My name is Kristen, and I want to welcome you to Bring It On. Our musical guest is a very talented singer-songwriter with a wonderful voice, who will also be playing a song live for us, Mr. Peter Kelly. Your host for Bring It On is Mr. Stevie D. Bring it on, fellas.
Okay, Kristen, thank you very much. Thank you for coming out for the show, and appreciate the intro. And you're going to see a little more of Kristen a little later on. She's going to help us and some questions. But our guest tonight is Mr. Peter Kelly, and I think you're gonna enjoy Peter. He's a talented musician, great songs, which I love having on the show. And we're going to get a treat. We're going to close out. Peter played a live track that we're going to close out a little later, along with some videos. But Peter, thank you very much for coming to Bring It On. And
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man, we're trying
appreciate
it. We're trying to let people out there know the kind of talent that's out there, and they're going to find out about yourself pretty soon. But the one thing too, I always like to get an idea when you got started in music. What is it that got you going with all that?
Oh, when I was a kid, it was hair bands. It was
it's okay.
It was MTV, and it was Poison videos, and I wanted to have long hair and spandex and explosions.
Did you?
No, I didn't. I was too young. I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, okay.
I was
so that was just a little bit before.
Yeah, it was before I was allowed to make my own decisions about my haircut. So no, I never had long hair.
No, but you know what? I grew up with the early days of rock, and in MTV, when MTV was MTV, and the videos and things like that, and the hair bands and things like that, the videos those guys could do. I mean, that really just helped with the bands and things like that too. And
it was the coolest thing you ever saw when you were a kid.
Absolutely, and it's funny how the music is still going on, and I don't know if I hope some of the bands today can have that kind of lasting power. Maybe we'll have Peter Kelly coming out in 20, 30 years and things like that. But one of the things too, I was reading some stuff. You're a solo artist.
Yes.
And I don't know if it tells some of the bands, you've done some things as a band, and being a solo artist versus being in a band, good, bad, ugly, with that situation.
I fronted a band for a long time, an original band. I was the key writer, and I was the singer, and I was the songwriter and guitar. And this band called Hemingway, and I ran that band for quite some time. And
how old were you when I was around?
I ran it. I think I broke it up about 5 or 6 years ago.
So not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
What kind of stuff was it?
It was similar to what I do. It was definitely, I mean, it had a little bit more of an older type of sound to it. I mean, I guess to fit with the times. But yeah, I guess the band thing was, there was a lot more politicking than music making a lot of the time. So I kind of...
Especially with original stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're playing covers, you kind of know what song you're going to play. When you're doing originals, it's like whose song you're going to play, who's bringing the song in, and did you do a lot of your songs?
Well, I wrote all the songs, so we did all my songs.
Did you?
But then it was like, I told you to write the instead of that, so I should get credit on the song, and it was a lot of that type of stuff going on, so it just kind of takes the music out of it when people are fighting for.
And especially when you're doing a lot of the writing and things like that too.
Yeah.
When I see some of the bands that have, like, I talk about the hair bands, a lot of them were around as that band, like they had their little breakups and fallouts, and that was some wild, crazy stuff. But I don't care if it's them, anybody. It's issues when you're dealing with people and things like that. I don't know if there was any jealousies that you were writing most of the stuff, or some stuff other guys wrote. Maybe, like it's like, nah, we don't think so.
Musicians are a strange breed, and
they're okay.
They're a strange breed. So it's like a marriage to 4 different people, and they're all jealous of each other and jealous of you, and there's just politics, and anybody who's in any kind of band, successful or unsuccessful, will tell you the same thing. Yeah,
and I can see originals, but you had that, and I think there was some other stuff you were doing too with the bands too.
I've done a lot of different stuff with bands. Like how I started out.
Yeah, you know what though? The good thing is we're going to see yourself playing as Peter Kelly, because we're going to be showing a video pretty soon. And let me make sure. I think the video we're going to play is "Fear of Landing." Now, I saw the video. I checked out the lyrics quickly. What's that about? We'll talk about it after the video too.
Okay. Well, yeah. "Fear of Landing" was actually a song I wrote about addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an addiction problem, but you come across a lot of people that do. So it was just fear of landing and coming down from a high that I was seeing with a lot of people I was surrounded by. And
we've all seen it. I've seen it, and like, I don't have that type of thing for people that do, as I can't understand it, but it happens, and I'm sure they don't want to be like that. And actually, one of the lyrics, I can see crazy in your eyes.
Yes.
That was a pretty good one.
Well, it was pretty literal. You know, it's when you encounter these people and you're like, what are you doing? And they're just looking at you like they can't even respond. It's pretty crazy.
So, I think our boys, I think we want to hear Fear of Landing, and everybody, Peter Kelly. Let's go. Excellent.
Crazy in your eyes. Red haze says your night was better than mine. I think a little change might do you well. But you won't buy what I try to sell, so do your thing, and you're hopeless, and I'm helpless. 'Cause when you go up, you don't want to land. The view's much better from up there. It's the fear of landing you can't fight. I can't understand. You're broken way beyond repair. It's the fear of landing. Done hard time in those shoes. The black soul's leaving footprints from hell right behind you. You gotta drown it out again. Well, you're right back in the devil's den. So do your thing, do your thing. Face it, 'cause when you go up, you don't want to land. The view's much better from up there. It's the fear of landing you can't fight. I can't understand. You're broken way beyond repair. It's the fear. It's the fear. See crazy in your eyes. I can see crazy in your eyes. I can see crazy.
We're back. Peter, great video. As a matter of fact, myself and Peter were talking a little bit about it. I was recognizing things in that video because Peter lives in the area, and one thing we're talking about was the little dilapidated building is the one off of...
Yeah, it's around the corner of Executive and North Broadway.
Right, yeah, all that area that they're developing that building. I thought that was a great building.
Yes.
I don't know what took them so long to do it.
They were waiting for my video to
They're waiting. Well, you got it before they developed it, because
yes.
I don't think it's going to have the same character.
No, it doesn't have the same feel.
What they're going to do. And then the flying thing, I thought it was the place... And because I know the video was probably just a little older than when it was built, was the place up at Ridge Hill, but that was up where?
It was in Boston. I mean, pretty much anywhere I was with an iPhone, we captured, and there was hours and hours of footage of anything I shot that looked kind of cool, and it just became a mishmash. There was not really any direction in this video. It was just take all this footage and make a story out of it as we went.
I think you did very well.
Thank you.
And that's something, you know, and just the fact that somebody like you with the great music, you have a video that you know, you just banged it out. You know, nobody has a fortune to spend on all these videos, but when you put a little thought, you do what you did, and I think it was great. you have things, you have the choices, the look of things like that. And I think you guys did a great job.
Thank you.
So, and we're going to see a little bit more, which is a good thing too, of the other video and the live. But the one thing too, when the music. Now you went to Berklee School of Music.
Yes.
So you're no amateur hour when it comes to music and your background going to a place like that. And one of the things, I don't know, just talk maybe a little bit about that too when you were up there. I mean, you have to have talent to go there.
You do. I mean, I think at the time it seemed like if you had the money to go, they accepted you. But it's whether you could hang up there and get by is what made the difference with people. It's for a musician, it's the best experience you can have. It's you're surrounded by all musicians and music teachers and music and music and music and music, and it was so much exposure to everything. I mean, I studied jazz and classical and rock and everything, and there was special guests and all kinds of people. It's just nonstop 4 years of music. To the
So it was a good time.
It was a good time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That one of the things when I was reading, you were practicing your shredding skills.
Yes, I wanted to be a shredder.
That's great, though, and I'm sure you do. But that just in terms of your guitar ability.
Yes.
That things I read that what you're doing on that guitar, but you had a little change that I guess when you're talking to somebody to be a songwriter.
Yes,
and that's.
I think when I was up there, I went up there. I wanted to be, like a Steve Morse or Steve Vai and shred, and I just realized that I wasn't shredding as fast as everybody else. That was shredding better than me. So I was like, this isn't for me. So I kind of returned to just like I like songs and writing interesting guitar parts for songs, and I still like to shred, but.
I hear you though, like just banging out that electric guitar.
Yeah, I don't have those Olympic shred chops.
Like we were talking a little earlier, the gentleman Buckethead. He could
shred.
He could shred.
Yeah.
But God bless the guy. But like the songs, it's different. When you have a song like you have, you can kind of remember it, melody. It's different.
Yes.
On something like that. But listen, that kind of ability is great that you can do it. But the other thing too, you said you didn't sing at first. I was always
just a
developed
guitar
your
player.
singing skills.
I mean, I started singing because I got tired of dealing with singers, and I was in bands, and when the singer quit, the band broke up, and I was like, "This
we need
is
to find
ridiculous."
a new singer.
Yeah, and that was it. So I was like, "I'm going to start writing and singing." So,
I mean, did you have a natural ability to sing? Or?
Singing does not.
Because you sound great.
Oh, thank you.
You do. You sound great.
I mean, I work it does not come easy to me. I do not have a naturally good voice. I do. I've taken lessons. I do stuff online all the time. Still, I mean. I'm always working on.
But that's a lesson for people too. Like I don't know if this voice could ever sing, even with all the training. You never know. But just that for people out there listening, that if they want to develop their skills and singing, you can. It takes a lot of work. Playing an instrument is not easy at the level and that you play. I own instruments, but I can't play like that. I'm not going to be a guest on my own show. That I can guarantee. That's why I'm probably hosting it right now. But I appreciate it and I understand it, so that's good. And we're going to get to another one of your videos too, which is great. I love people to see when you're playing, performing the videos. We're going to do Like We Do.
Like We Do.
I have some notes on that, but why don't you tell me a little bit about that song too? Good video.
Oh, thank you. The Like We Do was written about my fiance. I met her in a near car accident. And,
current fiance?
My current fiance.
Good.
I never had a past fiance, but we met in a near accident in Bronxville. She almost hit me. I chased her up to a red light. We argued at the light. I left, and about a half hour later, I saw her car parked, and I left a card on the window with my number, and I wrote, "Slow down, sorry, we had a fight." She wrote me about an hour and a half later, and we've been together. Yeah, so I wanted to commemorate that moment in song. I couldn't just tell that whole story in a song. It would be like
we met by accident.
Yeah, we met by accident. So the lyric in the song is, "No one tells the tale of how a boy met a girl quite like we do."
Now I understand. I'm glad I asked you. As a matter of fact, two birds who found they shared a feather. So birds of a feather flock together.
They fight.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
As far as people meeting.
Yes.
That's a good story. That's going to be tough to top.
No one could top that.
Yeah? So you had a fancy girlfriend, which is a fiance.
She was the girl in the last video.
All right. So we're going to go see Like We Do, and Peter, inspired by his accidental finding fiance. Let's go.
Were we written in the stars? Was was your mission to invade my mind, and mine to catch you like a blessing in a jar. The universe has reasons and a plan. Life has lessons to be learned. Sometimes love and loss go hand in hand. Maybe love cannot be found but must be earned. Tough got tough and I gave up, but I guess I had it coming. My hands fell to my side. You showed up like an uppercut, caught my chin and sent me flying higher than I've ever been. And I feel like laughing in the face of the world when I'm with you. No one tells a tale of how a boy met a girl quite like we do. The future's looking pretty magical, despite my lonely history. I've said I don't believe in miracles. Baby, you made a believer out of me. Baby, you made a believer out of me. Tough got tough and I gave up, but I guess I had it coming. My hands fell to my side. You showed up like an uppercut, you caught my chin and sent me flying higher than I've ever been. And I feel like laughing in the face of the world when I'm with you. No one tells a tale of how a boy met a girl quite like we do. Two birds who found we shared a feather, grow old but still look great together. No one does it like we do.
Great, Peter. So, were you wearing that painted face when you had the accident? We were playing that on what happened, or?
No.
No.
I was yelling.
I said, you know what? She's a pretty attractive girl. That
Exactly.
maybe I should think about this a little bit more.
Yeah.
But that is funny on that. But even we're going to get into some other things. We're going to do Pass the Hat. But that video with the painted faces, where'd that come from?
A friend of mine is a film student over at Sarah Lawrence.
Okay.
And I spoke to her about what the song was about. We talked about painting a face, and she just went with this concept and organized the actors. And
There's a lot of talented people out there. And
There's a lot of talented
You just like
people.
give them an idea and let them run with it.
Yes.
And oh, I'm sorry. Kristen's joined us for Pass the Hat. So we're going to have a little fun with some questions. And Dog over here, he's got a pretty neat hat today. So maybe you can pass this over to Kristen, and we'll ask you questions, and it's for you to answer there, Peter. Hopefully there's some fun ones. Some are music, and some are just silly fun ones.
Okay. If you could be any animal, what would you pick?
I would be a great white shark
Ooh, that's a good one.
Why?
because it's the top of the food chain, and it gets to be in the water all the time.
You can't go wrong with that one. What would you be?
I would definitely be a dog because I just recently adopted a rescue, and this dog has the best life. It's good. Eat, sleep, play.
Good.
So that's
Don't fall in the water, I'll eat you.
life goals.
What do you got
yeah,
there, Peter?
don't
Why don't you grab a question there for yourself?
Okay.
You can answer your own question.
If you could play with anyone, who would it be? I guess I'd have to say Billy Joel or Paul McCartney.
I think you're doing pretty good with the two of them.
Yeah?
I don't think you can go wrong with either. Those two guys are great songwriters, and both of them, I was just watching Billy Joel's, some of the stuff that he's banging out at the Garden.
So I've seen him there twice already.
Great stuff. No, excellent
Wow.
guys. My silly question for you, let's see here. Oh, it's kind of related. Be known as one of the best guitar shredders or have a few hit songs.
A few hit songs.
I would have to agree.
I
You know,
would
you could
too.
bang out that guitar up and down, but to have a few songs would be good.
And it definitely pays better.
Yep. Okay. Oh, let me put his hat back. And we're going to have a little more fun here. And Kristen's going to involve. We're going to do the thing that we call choices before we go to that last video of you playing live, which I think people are going to really enjoy. That I'll get it started, and you're going to have a couple you're going to add in too. Okay. Picasso or Michelangelo?
Michelangelo.
You like the old school classic? And
I was just in Italy and I saw.
Oh, really?
I saw a lot of his work.
So how are you going to
I'm
top
buzzing
that
on
over
him
there?
right now. Yeah.
Perform with the Stones or Zeppelin?
Zeppelin.
Yeah, I like Zeppelin. Either one's great, you know?
Yeah.
Who would you? You have any preference with the old school rock guys?
Definitely Zeppelin.
I like this girl. Okay. Be Rocky or Rambo?
Rocky.
Really?
Yes.
But you get to shoot guns if you're Rambo.
But Rocky is just a heartbreaker. I was watching Creed last night. Love that movie. Love Rocky.
Rocky.
He's inspiring.
Kristen, what do you have? You got a couple for us?
Adele or Katy Perry?
Both great.
Adele.
But wouldn't you want to party with Katy Perry?
Oh, we're going to add to this question. That's good.
She might be more fun, but too many colors.
There are a lot of colors, yeah. That's true.
What else you got for us?
Would you spend a week with the Kardashians or the Osbournes?
The Osbournes, 100%.
Ozzy's, you can't go wrong. Too much drama, I guess, with the other ones. And
I couldn't spend 15 seconds with them.
I can't watch 15 seconds of them.
I'm with you right here.
Nice.
Okay. We kind of asked you on that one, too. Okay. If you had a play at a venue, and one was called Do Not Enter, and the other's called This Place Sucks, which one would you play?
I've played at This Place Sucks a lot. I've played there a few times, I think.
It's good then. It's a good place.
So let's try
They have
Do
a lot
Not
of good
Enter.
talent.
Yeah.
Do Not Enter?
Let's go with that.
Okay. Here's another one with a few musical choices. And all these things are good with the music. You can't go wrong with either one. This is Guns N' Roses or Springsteen? Sorry. Can't go
I'm
wrong.
going to go with Springsteen.
You know, there's no wrong answer. It's
There's no wrong, but less drama with Springsteen.
Okay.
Didn't he just play like a 3.5-hour show?
Yeah, broke a record.
This one, Bruce?
Yeah.
Just like
Recently.
Oh, he goes. You know, it's good. We're gonna have we have a little more time left. Eventually, we're gonna get to the live video, and I have one more, and this is a girl with a red Ferrari, or a woman that doesn't have Facebook.
I'm going to go with the Facebook one because I think the girl with the red Ferrari is going to be a little too much maintenance for me.
Do you know anybody who doesn't have Facebook? Any woman?
I don't have Facebook.
That's I said.
There's a girl without Facebook.
When I met Kristen and she said that, I said, "You're in." And what's your lovely tattoo? I don't know if we're going to pick it up. She has a Zepp. It was for another reason, but it's the old Zeppelin from the Zoso from Zeppelin 4. Yeah. So a woman loves Zeppelin, doesn't have Facebook. So I think I picked a good host here. Now, we have just a little more time. We're going to do the title song of your new album. And real quick, we probably showed to find Peter's music. It's when we run things, you'll see it there. But Peter Kelly Music.
PeterKellyMusic.com.
Please check it out. Peter's on Pandora.
Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. Any place you can find music, you can find me.
And we're going to do the title song. Peter did live earlier. You're going to love it. Don't Let Me Be Alone.
Don't Let Me Be Alone.
Nobody wants to be alone, but kind of what it's about. Just a few minutes, and we're going to go to that.
That's right. Don't Want to Be Alone.
And that's from his new album. Who wants to be
Summing it
alone?
up.
No, and all these songs that you're hearing are on the two videos in this are all on the.
They're all on my new album called Don't Let Me Be Alone, which is on iTunes, and this is the title track.
We don't want Peter to be alone. Go out. Check his stuff, check his videos, check this show, buy some stuff. You gotta support the local artists, you really do. And they're from this area, they're great, they're talented. So I think we're gonna wrap up another episode of Bring It On.
Bring It On.
Peter, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kristen, thank you very much for coming and helping, and maybe we'll have you back again and have some more fun.
So.
Okay, everybody, good night, and thank you very much for watching Bring It On. Go support my buddy here, Peter Kelly.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'd like to keep you around for always. On my own, I'm a pile of pieces, and you're my crazy glue. You're the wind in my sail that drives me. Every time you like hell, you got me. I would wash where the waves want me, but my anchor's set in you. I need you more than you need me. I need you always. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wherever I go, go with me. Wherever I land, land with me. Don't let me be alone. Wherever I laugh, laugh with me. Whenever I cry, cry with me. Don't let me be alone. I conceal all my flaws, play it solo, so I could hear applause from the front row. I dedicate every song to someone. Now this I sing for you. I need you more than you need me. I need you always. Wherever I go, go with me. Wherever I land, land with me. Don't let me be alone. Whenever I laugh, laugh with me. Whenever I cry, cry with me. Don't let me be alone. I understand I'm made of maybes. My one demand is that you save me, save me. I'm not enough, I'm not so tough. I try to flex, you call my bluff. I'm only me because you built me up. Wherever I go, go with me. Wherever I land, land with me. Don't let me be alone. Whenever I laugh, laugh with me. Whenever I cry, cry with me. Don't let me be alone. Whenever I fly, fly with me. Whenever I crash, crash with me. Don't let me be alone. Whatever I do, do with me. Whenever I die, die with me. Don't